Alright, hello everyone. Today we're playing as Angmar by random, not by choice. And we're on the map Harad. Now you might be wondering why I'm specifying we're playing on the map Harad. Well, firstly, we're up against 3 brutals. They're not all against me, but they are all random. But they are also brutals, so we've got an enemy here, here, and here. But there's also something special about this map, and that's why we're doing this. We're going to go on a bit of a Easter egg hunt in these next few videos.
The blood has started to spill.
And yep, Hall of King's Men. So, what's so special about this map? Well, if you couldn't guess by the title, oh, we're up against an Angmar. Oh dear.
No back talk,
It's fine. We'll manage. So as I was saying, what makes this map so special is that in different areas around the map, I wish I could show it with a vision power, but unfortunately I was not graced with a vision power today, so we shall have to wait until we get close enough to examine the spots. But the special thing about this map is something you have to win. And we just kind of viewed it here by them attacking us. There's Haradrim camps positioned to our left, to our right, and there's one more right here. I believe that is all of them. I don't think there's a fourth. Yeah, there's Haradrim camps positioned here, here, and here. And you get to fight them. They're really, really difficult, and they actually made AI bug out so much. Because they're a neutral enemy, the AI actually focus them over you. So it's the perfect opportunity to use them as an ally in a way. In the early game, what you can do is just go full economy, which is what I'm going to be doing. Going to be going full on to hard economy. In fact, we're going to get a Dark Iron Forge as we prepare to get this outpost. Once we get a bit more money. You see the goblins here. We're also against an Imladris. So Angmar and Imladris are our current known enemies. Imladris to our right, I'm guessing, and Angmar to the north. Imladris on cam maps do have a tendency to bug out. And on this map in particular, where there's Haradrim everywhere, I don't think these elves are going to be doing much. Which is good. Again, that's why we're up against free AI, because as I said, each of these Haradrim camps, the AI try to focus almost as much as you. They don't exactly have a targeting proficiency. Angmar's already taken the outpost I wanted to take. That's very rude of them. I'm going to have to punish them. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Because I can't take that back from them for a while. I can't just let them destroy my farms like that either, because I need those farms. Okay, get rid of them before they destroy my farm. I cannot abide this. I'm going to plague this area. Oh, I want to. They're going now crippling the AI's economy while they're trying to cripple mine. This is the Thrall Master without a Thrall. Bring filthy spearmen with axes. Okay, they've built a trifecta of mills. That makes it very easy to destroy. Now, if that's a second Angmar we're facing, that's a problem. I just want to say this now before we get too into the battle. I might have moments where I'm not going to talk much at all. It's not because I don't want to talk, it's just that I'm currently dealing with a bit of a sore throat, very cranky throat. I'm not sure what's causing it, but it is making things difficult to talk loudly. So I won't be doing much expressionism, as it were. not that. Well, so much for Edain Warriors not attacking me. Oh, the AI's gotten their forge tools. I'm going to put my obelisk up there just to keep a good eye on everything. Still get one more thrall, so I shall. Thrall units are always the same number of command points, even if the unit is weakened. Just in case you didn't know. It's only the Thrall Master they count towards, not anything else. I have to stop that. Because these resource structures are very important to me. But you know what? No. Destroy this first. Got the first level on my Darkheim Forge, I can live. These barbarians know how to throw steel. Get rid of that Lord Master of Earth if you can. That's their Holdar. Oh dear. He's right next to a Thrall Master. I want to get rid of him, if possible. While he's temporarily not moving. Nice, big hit. He's hitting a Thrall Master. That Thrall Master's going to die if he doesn't. Oh, there goes. Time to get that back. Luckily, axes are good against elves. Angmar's bringing up Kharndoom troops. Not good.
Stay in your ranks. They will submit.
As I've mentioned in the past, axe throwers really, really good against Imladius. Just throw that down to slow them. Try to escape. We're almost taking this from them.
No backtalk, worms. Who shall I bring to our banner?
There's some more filthy spearmen with pikes. I'm about to destroy this outpost and they're about to take it back. Not quick.
The blood is starting to spill.
Have to hold on for a little bit longer. You have no axe throws accompanying you, so you should fall back and recover.
You'll feel my club. Get back to work or you'll be thrown to the wolves.
Get in there.
Get back to work.
Get in there.
I'll go there now.
Those are not my men.
Our forces
I'm going to
are
shoot
under
them.
attack. I can bring thrall to command. No backtalk, worms. Our camp is under attack.
Another furnace up. We're not doing very well for a start. No, we're not. Not good at all.
You'll do as you're told.
Against an Angmar who has Durmarth. So get travelling out there.
No backtalk, worms.
Nice and quick and easy.
Our new building is complete. Their land will be ours. Soldiers.
Oh,
You can take this, scum. I will drive fighting has begun. Pay attention, scum. Who shall I bring to our orders? This land must be cleared.
Throw them into the base, they'll die.
You'll do as you're told. Fight, or you'll feel my club. We are under attack.
Prepare to jump onto Durmarth, Draughlin, do some big damage before you inevitably die. Get the forge tools. I can hold on to this. I'm going to build it into a... Oh, not good.
The enemy's in our camp. They will submit. We shall prevail. I am the fist of your layabouts.
It's fine, just wait. We can do this, we can do this.
Who shall I bring
We are absolutely fine. Things are absolutely fine. Nothing's going wrong whatsoever. Yeah, it's okay, they've just played my base. What's bad about that?
We shall prevail. You can take this, scum. Pay attention,
Absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about.
Quiet, maggots. Pay attention, scum. You'll
an airborne plague.
The enemy is attacking our forces. Quiet, maggots.
And now I've got a tower to defend our base here.
They will submit.
Took some big blows there. That's not good.
The enemy's in our camp.
A lot of unnecessary damage we took there, sadly.
Pay attention, scum.
Don't worry, eventually I'll get to show off the cool feature about this map.
Angmar must grow stronger.
I've forgotten we've still not actually shown any of that yet. As I said, we're against 3 brutals. This was not going to be an easy start.
Who shall I bring
I wanted it to be interesting because I had a feeling that the AI might do nothing for a while, and that's exactly what they've done.
Quiet, maggots. Pick it up, you layabouts.
Pick it up, you layabouts.
Battle is joy.
Get Waldars down. I think I might get my own Waldar. Another furnace.
We shall
They're all
prevail.
tier 3 now. We invested a lot into our economy to start with. Which, say we don't have an army, I say we're doing fine. I don't like how this guy has not been recovering at all.
They are weak and
Kind of a problem.
our new building is ready. Have at it, maggots. Get back to work. I side with Angmar.
He sides with Angmar.
Quiet,
I'm going to disband this guy. I can't. I'm going to throw him into a base and let him die. He's not doing much of anything at the moment. Let's get him to do something. Let's get another smelter. Why not?
We will retake our homeland. Stone and iron to use for Angmar.
Stone and iron.
You'll do as you're told.
Yeah, you can see this is jam-packed, and there's one particular guy in here. That guy with the hammer. That's who we have to kill to subjugate the Haradrim. That is our goal here. We need to build an army strong enough to actually beat down the men of the east.
Chief of chiefs.
Those are men of calm doom. I'm going to throw my own ice on top of the ice. Oh.
We will retake our homeland. Our forces are under attack. I speak with the witch king.
For now, I'm just going to go Trollmasters. They're cheap and efficient, and with Waldar, they become even more powerful when he reaches a certain level.
Honor is for the weak.
Yep, just now, actually. With every level now,
Retake our homeland.
he's going to get stronger. He's giving our units more damage for every attack he does.
I bathe in their
For that
blood.
tower down for some vision.
Work, or it's the thrall horse for you. Bring thralls to command.
More axe throwers.
These barbarians know how to throw.
Let's also get smelters tools, so we can smelters, settlers tools. Should I? No. No, we don't have enough settlements to make that valuable enough.
Chief of chiefs.
They've got a siege unit to be doing that much damage.
Look, the enemy. The hills rise
Yep. Called it. Any of our enemies still alive? Yep.
We spotted the enemy's camp.
Do I get another hero?
We search for the enemy. Our forces are under attack.
You know, let's get Drowgling back.
I know the hills. We're on
Let's
the move.
just keep saving up for now. Actually, no, let's not keep saving up for now. Pantries. Pantries are the priority.
I bathe in their blood.
Check their pockets. I want to throw that plague down on their base. First, let's kill Gulzar, and then retreat. Okay, retreat.
Turn them to pieces.
Tear them to pieces.
Honor is for the weak.
Let's save it for turncoats.
I know the hills.
One of my favourite powers with
Honor
Angmar.
is for the weak. I come from the east.
Let's get Dermoth, yeah.
I speak with the witch king. Pay attention, scum.
Any of you don't have any
You can take
units to
this,
lead?
scum. Who
No, I
shall
think you've all got units to lead.
Get back to work. Battle is joy.
Yeah, back to work.
Get moving. My axe sings.
they're men of Kharndoom. I don't have any men of Kharndoom yet. Oh, we've already got another one on the back burner. Good. Oh, don't you steal my strength. So the only power the sorcerers don't use is the Well of Souls. I believe it did get nerfed and he died, so that it no longer gives Barrow Wights upon death. Because, you know, that kind of power is ridiculously stupid. Do you have a unit? You did. Well, you don't anymore. Oh, I'm not recruiting anymore because I'm waiting for Dermoth. That explains it. Dermoth, I'm in Guardsman stance. I prefer you in Guardsman stance, that we are protecting other heroes. While you're not protecting Holdar. I have no idea what killed Holdar. He must have died from backstab damage, oh well. Someone must have been there to doing all that damage. Can't have just been men of Kharndoom. Oh well. We will eventually show the secret of this map, the Easter egg. Although I might want to show it soon because I don't think it's going to last forever. The AI aren't the fastest at destroying it, but if I take too long, they will destroy it themselves. So I think we should be fine now to leave that alone. And try and take over these outposts, these camps. And I think we're going to start getting armour for our troops as well. Oh, nice little Mardris. My voice just went. I had a drink 5 minutes ago. It shouldn't hurt this much. I'm going to get Helwyn, because she does really good damage against buildings in a certain form, and I'm going to need that. Throw the obelisk down. Let's just show you how quickly this is going to get disappeared. Going to get destroyed. Honestly, not that quickly, because there's only the towers attacking it. And in fact, if they're going to be focusing it with the towers, this should be the time when I'm going to attack. Because those towers do incredible single target damage to units. Which is why I wanted to use it. He is the Brigand. Getting Dark Iron Mail, so I might as well start transitioning to Kharndoom Swordsman. Can't throw any of their buildings because none of them are resource buildings. Throw Raglan in. Throw the Race of Presence. What we really need to kill is this guy here. If we can do that, this entire area will be subjugated. But there is a lot of people protecting it. 5 PP, let's get turncoats. Summon that right in here. Show you how quickly these guys will disappear. Dermoth, get out. Good thing is they don't really chase very well. Nice work. 2 units of turncoats survived. Okay, now let's focus this guy down. Everyone just full ham onto that man. Beat him down. Stick him down. And in 3, 2, 1, we should have access to these buildings soon. They should targeting us now. There we go. Some of them won't obey us, like the one in this little area here. But now we have the Haradrim Palace. 2 of them to be precise. These are our buildings. Now. And we can make from them. It says heroes, but there aren't actually any heroes. Not even if you play as Mordor. Which is why I didn't play as Mordor. I originally thought you can only do this with Mordor. But yeah. From this you can get... From this camp you have 2 Haradrim Palaces and a lot of towers that are very good at doing single target damage. So now we can just keep Immortus at bay. We're going to summon some units of Haradrim Javelineers. The men Harad are adept javelin throwers. They can strike a target from a great distance with an incredible force. Many smug archers have found themselves knocked to the ground by Haradrim javelin when they thought themselves safe. So their type is a pike and ranged unit. So they're very similar to Rohan's spear throwers from the archery range. For those that didn't know. And then there is this camp here. I'm going to take that one next. I believe each of these camps has something special about them. I have no idea why my units are currently got a negative effect on them. I'm not going to ask. This has been destroyed. I did not realise that. I'm going to rebuild it. They're just going to avalanche my base. And my army was inside. Right there. You... A lot of my army died in that avalanche. And there's a bloody plague to add on to that strain. But this tower should be back soon. Got Haradrim Warriors against enemy cavalry. Yeah, they're still basically just archers, not really cavalry beatsticks like pikemen are. Definitely not good against pikes.
Nothing shall stand before us. They're attacking our mills.
Okay, we've got forgeways and heavy armor. Let's get some more men of Cardoom in here, and let's get Moddb while we're at it.
They are weak. Fighting has begun. I will drive them back.
Save up for the stronghold of the Iron Crown, and we've got more Haradrim Warriors. Unfortunately, we can't give them any actual upgrades, but I guess that means we can actually use them for any faction. It's not focus on that. Yeah, their damage is pretty good. They're about on par with axe throwers, Dunlending axe throwers with torches, which is shown in their price. I'm not sure what their command point is. Is it 60? No, 50. Now, it seems like these buildings don't actually get upgraded, so these other troops you could get, you can't get. I think that might be specific to... actually, no. I think that might be specific to Mordor. You can only get the building upgrades with Mordor. Because the way Mordor upgrades their buildings is they level up progressively over time. So I think only Mordor can really show off the true potential of the Haradrim. But you can see here there's Haradrim archers, acquires level 2 archery range, purpose long range attacks, and then Haradrim lancers, which are powerful against archers and swordsmen. So honestly, it does kind of balance out the roster of Mordor quite a bit without needing the powers. They're just plaguing me again. Them cheeky buggers. Oh yeah, this is basically what the Haradrim archers look like. But with fire arrows and heavy armor. Of course you can't give it to them, but this is what it looks like when it does have them. And then there's another camp here, we can do the same thing too. Which we shall. We'll try recruiting some from here, see if that makes any difference.
Our resources are in danger.
Get some Cardoom bowmen, I guess. Who's attacking me? Can't see anyone on me.
Enough standing around, time to move.
Keep in line.
Awaken my warriors! Over here!
Let's just charge in with Drauglin. Regret it a minute later.
The blood has started to spill.
Yeah, this building here has a little oasis, which I've not tested, but I'm fairly certain that if you get this, it acts as a well. So, you know, that's a pretty good ability to have for a faction that doesn't have a basic well. Let's just charge in. No point in trying to defeat a tower when it could be ours.
Come forth from the hill! Our forces are under attack! We must fight them off again! Show our strength!
Oh, where? Oh, they're dead now. We are ready to strike. We've now got enough for Stronghold of the Iron Crown. Let's get that leveled up. Where's the chieftain of this area? Found them. They're always in a custom created hero guise. I guess that's what you could call it. Oh, we're sure that totem. I didn't want to do that. Okay, we killed the guy. Don't destroy the oasis as well. We're going to need that because right now, yep, that's now a well. We, as an evil faction, now have a way of healing our troops. That's really strong. Wow. They're right next to each other and they focus me over the enemy. I've not been paying attention to my base. I'm going to die. Not good. Not good.
All will perish. Honor is for the weak.
We have now got another recruitment hub for Haradrim. I don't know if you lose your camp or castle, I guess technically camp on this map. I don't know if you lose your camp on this map, if these little buildings here count as an excess way of staying alive. I don't think it would. I don't think that would make sense. But yeah, the main thing about this map is you can take these. This has 2 different recruitment hubs and a lot of towers to defend it, quite small. This one has a well and a heroic statue. So, you know, that was Gollum we just killed. So I'm going to try and see if I can scrounge enough money to get that. I don't think I can, so I'm just going to keep fighting. I think snow in a desert biome is not a smart thing to try and cause. So I'm not going to be too incensed with that.
We go no further today.
We go no further today. It's going to get a nice view of this. We're on the other side, just for a nice thumbnail.
Don't let the trolls see you.
Conquer on the nice thumbnail. Get banner carries while we're at it, and pantries galore. We can only get one more pantry. Gondor! Oh, that's their pikemen. Oh. I don't care. Could be my pikemen, I wouldn't care. None shall be spared.
The enemy is attacking our forces. Honor is for the weak.
Yeah, at first glance you might think these aren't particularly important, and I guess they're not really. But if you use them well enough, they can be really good.
We have banner carriers.
Should never underestimate the power of uncertainty. I don't know why my units are all purple, I don't like it. The hills rise wild. I think it's time to kill an enemy. Unless there's one. Yep, they're all still alive. I think I need to kill one of them. The more being alive has kind of let them take advantage of my viewing of this map. Let's stop that now. We fight for Angmar. We herald the Iron Crown. Love Dark Knights. Love them so much. One of my favourite cavalry units by far. The rest of my favourite cavalry units have to be all of Rohan's. But yeah, the Dark Knights are a close second. By far. Imladris Knights. I love Imladris, but I don't love their cavalry. Their cavalry is the one thing I don't personally like. It's very expensive and it doesn't do that much, really. Some turncoats to be some arrow fodder. The rest of the army comes up closer. Get rid of that catapult if we can. Get our knights in to do some big damage. Come forth from the hills. Oh, level 5 already. Nice. Now they've got a passive ability, which I forget what it does. Decrease the damage of enemy heroes. That's always good. Enemy unit, my units, please walk inside and do something. My Dark Knights are dying, so I'm going to have them fall back and kill off these knights of the enemy. Because for some reason my tower has lost all its capacity to shoot. Which is very disappointing, I must say. I think the AI has destroyed this. Yeah, it normally takes about 20 minutes into a game for the AI to finally strike out. with the against the Haradrim and actually beat them.
Of course, my lord. Always keen to tear down defenses. Command.
Yeah, at this point now, I could probably send in my Shadow Knights and that'd be enough to kill the Haradrim. That's just how powerful my Dark Knights are.
Bringing the horde together behind the enemy is attacking our forces. Death to
Yeah, we're just going full elite now. Yeah, this is probably one of the... I like it. I like it because it's a nice, interesting thing that you don't see very often. And it has one of the older well mechanics. Also, heroic statues exist. But yeah, it's not a incredibly amazing thing. I like it. Again, I like it because it's a fun thing. Oh, the honest turn still resources. Oh. I always knew they had that ability, but I never really paid attention to it. It makes my other units weaker. Personally, don't care. I love the turncoats, so I don't want to get rid of them. Oh, did I lose my Dark Knights? No way. No way did I lose my Dark Knights. I lost my Dark Knights. Oh my god. My what, level 7 Dark Knights that was?
our enemies call me death.
Yeah, those were level 7 Dark Knights. I just killed an enemy on my own. While my other enemies have just been playing around with dolls.
Forming up into a force
With toys. Well, they've been playing with toys, I've been ruling empires. But you can see here, the AI, while we managed to take the land for ourselves, the AI doesn't know how to. So they just destroy it all without really caring.
We found an enemy camp.
But I believe if you were playing as a Mordor, you can actually upgrade those Haradrim palaces and actually get the other troops. But only with Mordor. So if you want to do this, test out with Mordor. You don't get any special heroes, sadly, because that is how it is. I don't think there's any other special things if you get all three. That would be a bit too difficult to achieve, because again, the AI does focus them quite quickly, and they aren't the toughest thing in the world. They can get destroyed quite easily. So do put that into account. I'm going to fall back to this well. I'm going to have this surrounded by towers.
I await the Witch King's command.
No need for Barrow Whites or Gulzar. Wait, that's mine.
The enemy's in our camp.
That one. Yeah, Haradrim. They're basically tier 1.5 units, but you can get them from tier 1. Or the only tier you can get them from. I think the main thing about this is you can. Unless the players know the paths where they can avoid all of the traps, all of the enemies, then they're going to be fighting the Haradrim a lot and losing quite a lot to the Haradrim as well. That's the main thing to take from this. The Haradrim are very good at just delaying the game, so you can get to the late game. So having a late game army is probably what you want to be doing to counter either the AI or any other players. Just rely solely upon slowing down the enemy. Obviously, it means they're late. They're going to get, if they get to the late game, they're going to be a lot stronger. But you'll be in the late game too, so you can have more fun with it.
We go no further today. Marching,
so yep, this is the second Easter egg we have displayed in 2022. I know of a few more off the top of my head, some of which used to exist but no longer exist. Did you know the Stonewain map, the Stonewain Horde map, used to not actually be a Horde map, and the only way you can activate it is by playing as Gondor on the very left side. Since that's no longer a thing, I can't really show it off, but I just thought I'd say it now. I'll probably mention it again in another video. But also the other Easter egg we've shown was on Angmar, playing as Angmar as well. We were playing on the top. If you play on the top left in the Angmar map, that's called Arnor Angmar. Playing as only Angmar, can you do this one? If you go to your citadel and click on this bottom bit here, you can unlock a special hero. But only on that map, and only as Angmar. And only on that spot. It's very specific, that one is. And there's a few more off the top of my head I can think of that I've managed to make work before. There's an Easter egg that I do remember. I don't like that it exists because it's not particularly good. But I do know quite a few other Easter eggs that I wish to show to everyone. One of which is probably my favourite and what I'll probably play next. It's going to take a lot of setup though. It is probably one of the hardest to achieve, but if you do it, the results are guaranteed. It is so amazing. It is ridiculously amazing. Then let's focus on winning this battle here first before we go any further. The AI is... Let's deal with this Angmar. This Imladris has done stuff, but unfortunately I've done stuff to counter it quite effectively. These towers are pretty much the counter to Imladris. They do heavy piercing damage. Oh yeah, because we hit our command point level, we can't recruit any more troops. Yeah, single target damage just wrecks poor Imladris. Oh, Golem's back in the Southlands, and the Imladris player is trying to find the poor little lad, but they're not going to find him. Oh yeah, speaking of Golem, have anyone seen the gameplay footage for the game about playing as Golem? I have. I know some people are like, "Oh, it's just another way to ruin my love of the franchise." No, I love the idea of it. I love it. I personally love the prospect of a game revolving around Golem. I love it. Can't get any more Dark Knights because we have command point cap. Throw down the towers, so they focus that with their towers. Throw down the plate to do with their army. Let's summon some Dark Knights to protect a hero. Boldar, do you want some protection? We can destroy their Temple of Twilight. Army, where are you going? Yeah, Dermov just summons a whole unit of Shadow Guard to protect the unit. And the other thing is he can summon a unit of Dark Knights or Shadow Guard to kill an enemy hero.
Your orders?
Your orders? I don't think this will summon anything while we still have 4 command points, but let's find out. No, it doesn't. I think I've tried that many times in the past, and the answer is always no. Oh dear, Imladris has gotten their tier 4 power. We don't even need upgrades. That's not my guy. Oh no, that's just one summon Shadow Guard. Hello Gwen, make terrain that makes it impossible to attack the base. You can actually use this to block off a base in a certain position. It's really funny, I've done it before. So stupid. It's Edict of Kharndoom, because why not? Let's just make our men of Kharndoom half price. Now it no longer matters. Well, not half price, it's a third off price. Only the strong survive. Oh, my Shadow Guard dead again. Oh, my Shadow Knights are dead again. And the Shadow Guard are dead again. It didn't reduce the price of the Shadow Guard, sadly. I've done really bad with my Shadow Knights today. Poor things. Yes, there's one more Easter egg. Actually, no, there's 2 more Easter eggs I want to show off today that I can think of off the top of my head. If there's any that anyone else knows about, please please let me know by comments or direct messaging on Discord. I do appreciate any information you can give me, because there are quite a few things I don't actually know. There's quite a few of the secrets of the mod that are still unveiled, still need to be unveiled to me. Gondor! You have so many Haradrim, and Axe Throwers are still alive. I did not think I'd see axe throwers today. Living this long. The Witch King's here. So are my Shadow Knights. But yeah, special feature of this map. 1, 2, 3 Haradrim camps. Kill the custom creator hero in among the hordes, and you will get a special unit access to all the things in the base, and you can also summon the Haradrim. And they're not amazing, I'll admit it, they're not amazing, but they are better than nothing.
We must rise up.
Crush every stone. Throw out the obelisk. That's a unit of pikes. I'm not running into that. No, no, no. Nope, you couldn't pay me to do that. Now, do we mess about with the climate? I think we should mess about with the climate. Where's Gollum? Where did they say Gollum was?
They're climbing the walls.
Climbing walls? Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Oh, my poor Shadow Knights. Unfortunately, any Enlargers can beat down Shadow Knights really easily. Shadow Guard, though, are actually really good against Enlargers. Foot troops and monsters, that's the best way to counter Enlargers. Who am I hitting? That's Luthien. And half my army's gone this way anyway. Who else is here? Monomar. You can get a battalion of guardsmen to protect you. Holdar, make that building red.
Nothing can stop us, sir. We must rise up.
Victory! Let's freeze anyone that's there. Makes it really good. Makes Halloween really good against Enlargers. And because we're near the end, let's just throw down a good old snow barrage. That's right, we're messing with the climate. We're in Harad and I just brought down a goddamn avalanche. What are you going to do about it? You tell me I can't mess with the climate?
Enough standing around, time to move.
Tell me I can't do funny stuff for funny things? Should know better. I enjoy doing funny things.
We have orders.
Ice everywhere. Traitors. Yeah, lots of fun with the Haradrim.
Fighting has begun. Ready for battle. Honor. Nothing shall stand. Take it down. Every stone.
Because you can get them quite cheaply.
Bringing the horde together behind me, sire.
And yeah, only 50 command points for their lancers, their ranged units. Which again, if you're a faction that doesn't have particularly good ranged units, say for example Mordor or Rohan, is actually really good with this as well, or even the dwarves. Although to be fair, these guys do move at the same speed as dwarves, so don't do these if you're dwarves. I would say the Haradrim are best playing as Mordor, which, surprise, surprise, there's no surprise there. There's no surprise that Mordor has the best use, well, gets the best use out of the Haradrim. Angmar doesn't particularly get much because the Khandoom archers are just so much better. Oh look, we're just about to get Gollum before the game ends. What poetry indeed. Go on, Witch King. Pick up that ring. Bring down even more snow. And then you can freeze everything. And there we go. Victory over 3 brutal AI as Angmar against 2 Angmar and an Enlargris. Hell yeah, we did it. We did it. Nothing's going to stop me. So you've all enjoyed this first one, and we're moving on to the next one.